Leash pressure, really an important concept when we're talking about communicating with leash. So this just kind of goes into the handling toolbook, basically. Concept with our leash pressure. If I pull on the leash, he's going to have a natural reaction to resist me pulling on him. So especially, let's see, find a treat. Toss him out here. I have no treats. Talk to him a little bit so you can get him.
Arlo. Hi, Bella.
So
Hi, buddy, buddy.
yeah, he says, if I have this leash pulling straight over his spine, like this, there we go. He's gonna have the strongest way of pulling towards, and I have it up close to his head, so he's not able to pull very hard. But if I'm pulling on this, his reaction is gonna be to resist and pull against me. So I wanna make sure that when he does finally respond correctly, I am intentional about going from a tight leash to a loose leash, and that won't happen automatically. I have to make sure it happens. So if I ask him to come back here and I pull on him, when he starts to move, I have to purposely put slack into that leash. I can't just keep pulling him all the way back and expect him to actually start to put some effort in. So once again, when I pull on the leash, as soon as I get a bit of a response, I want to intentionally put slack in the leash. And that might mean that I have to pull more than once, but it also should mean that I don't have to pull nearly as hard per time. One final kind of piece here, I started to talk about it and I got sidetracked. Direction, so if I'm pulling straight over his spine, that's going to be the strongest opposition reflex from him. He's going to be able to pull after me hardest. You might find sometimes he puts his nose on the ground in the snow and he like stands his legs out. He positions himself so he's able to pull. So if I'm finding it difficult to move him in a direction, I'm going to do something called break the angle. So instead of pulling this straight over his spine, I'm going to get close to him so I can angle this leash off to the side, a little tired hot puppy dog, off to the side here. And if this angle is broken, basically, it's not over his spine, I'm going to have an easier time moving him and use less total pressure overall. So that's really helpful when you're trying to get a response, maybe around a distraction or something that he's trying to pull towards.